that's right, folks. How you doing? How you doing? It's the motherfucking News Underground. It's your boy, Abandoned Nihilism, aka The Harbinger, here to bring you the real motherfucking news on the realest motherfucking channel on Twitch. How you doing? Big props to 3DMG x 8-Pot Crisis, Dead on Arrival, full beat tape. We'll be enjoying that today while we sample a quick smattering of news. I'd also like to give credit to Turbo Dong 2000. Thank you, Turbo Dong 2000, for your contributions here with this AI TV ad. The Chevy Goliath. You know, why do normal? You know, why?
We got a Goliath.
The Goliath, finally, a normal-sized truck.
It's called America. It's called America. Okay, it's called America. So, thank you very much, Turbo Dong. Excellent job. Excellent job typing some text into an AI prompt. You did a really good job. Thank you so much. Very difficult. I'm just playing, dog. All right, today, unlike most streams, we're actually going to start with something fun. Oh, I know you're here to be punished. You're here to get smacked around like the bad little boy that you are. Welcome back, Zeodude. But no, we're actually going to do something fun and interesting at the start of the stream. UFO stuff. How fun. Impossible. Put a leg hole in the middle of the hood. Yeah, those are real pictures, man. The Chevy's really selling that. They'd buy it. People would buy that shit. Embarrassment. They're embarrassing. People buying these cyber trucks. Goddamn things are already rotting out. You know, something as simple as bird shit can stain it. Apparently it was a problem with the DeLorean as well, because of the same reason. And the DeLorean recommendations for washing its chassis was to use gasoline. And I have no idea why Elon Musk didn't recommend the same thing. Maybe because he's a pussy ass bitch, beta male, beta ass bitch. Maybe because that's why. Maybe because he's a beta ass cuck bitch. He doesn't have all the money yet. He doesn't have all the money because he's a bitch. Calling you out, Elon. We're going to be doing a big Ukraine stream tomorrow. My apologies to Chem Goblin. Thank you for being, number one of the chat here, but we will be doing Ukraine news tomorrow. Today we're going to be covering UFO news and Haiti. People would unironically buy it. Oh, yeah. Jeff is richer than Elon now. Yeah, did you hear that, Elon? You little bitch. Hear that? Jeff has more money than you, bitch. Beta ass cuck. I'm just trying to speak in a language that Elon would understand. You know what I mean? Just trying to get on his level. Trying to speak in a way that Elon would connect to. You know what I mean? Fight continues in Ukraine. It's really great. They took out 2 of those AWACS, those Russian AWACS, A50s, whatever they call them. Welcome back, Woke Patriot. Look at this. He's got the right. He's got the right logo. Tentacles. But no, they took out 2 of those AWACS, and then they started attacking the factory that was supposed to be building more of them, which is awesome. All right, but wanted to jump into this because we got some hot footage. It's the jellyfish, guys. It's the jellyfish. I'm just gonna hit this just on repeat. I'm just gonna hit this constantly. But no, it's the new hot UAP on the corner, dude. It's the new hot single. the jellyfish UAP out in Iraq. Look at this. Look at this goofy thing scooting around. I call this the body sniffer. You see, it's an alien, comes down, looks for bodies, dead bodies on war zones, gives them a big O sniff. Right? I call this one the sniffer. They all look like this, man. Not a single money shot to be had. The motherfuckers who are selling us books and selling us documentaries and getting on TV, they say they've seen the money shots. And not a single money shot. You know what I mean? Clear, mistakable. You know, we hear these eyewitness accounts of these things floating in midair for minutes. Tens of minutes. Not a single money shot. 30%? I'd say about...
Oh, baby, a triple!
I'm busting out some ones I don't use. Triple that. 90% grifters.
Gotcha, bitch.
Who knows what's going to happen today? U.S. says UFO sightings likely secret military test. Well, this is a source I can trust. Right? Pentagon says it too. Look, it's a source you can trust, guys. Thank God. Thank goodness. A source I can finally trust giving us some information about UFOs. The number one source that I would trust to tell me that it's all good confirms that it's all good, guys. Isn't that great? I mean, if you can't trust the Pentagon, who can you trust, right? But the new report, okay, so Pentagon review finds no evidence of alien cover-up, but the new report suggests that the public's belief that the government is hiding what it knows will probably continue. In the 1960s, secret test flights of advanced government spy planes, yada yada, yitzy yappa, yippa yappa yee. We've heard it all before. We literally heard it all before. You want to read it? It's right here. It's in the UFO section in the Discord. Scooby-Doo, fuck you. I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with a Pentagon says this. Swampcast 2.0. Dude, I'd rather, I might even, I'm hesitant to say this, but when it comes to like UFOs or something, like, I don't know, man. I just want, all I want is the money shot. Right? There's this, I have a documentary in the Discord in the UFO section. Documentary, whatever you want to call it. National Geographic over here lowering itself to this, this once proud institution going into remote jungles and chronicling some rare animals that humanity has never seen before, is now doing this fucking nonsense. But yeah, but oops, I want this one. There we go. There we go. But no, this was a pretty entertaining one, and the reason why I bring it up is because they talk about this incident that happened in the United States where like 700 people saw this UFO. Yeah, it looked like this thing. They said they saw this, and it spanned the whole town. Like it was like above the whole town. And there was a bunch, it happened in the dead of night. So all the, and it was all VHS cams. So the only thing you see is, kind of some lights and stuff, and it's kind of hard to see. But if you were there with your human eyes, you could see this massive object just looming in the air. And then just as quickly as it appeared, it disappeared. So the skeptics say, yeah, that's military tech. They got some kind of anti-grav shit. Right. Something. This is all human beings doing this stuff. That's what they say. And quite frankly, I'm starting to agree with them. Because the rimming session from the ufologists has been so long and so thorough. You know what I mean? Give me the money shot, god damn it.
Oh, baby, it's triple.
But you know what I mean? And they're like, oh, well, look, it's proof. It's proof. No, it isn't. It ain't shit. You know what I'm talking about. That 4K, like, floating above a stadium, you know, like 10 feet off the ground, you know, so close you could touch it. The fact that they're all coy and hidden. Also, here's this other BBC article telling you that the U.S. government says it's all good and likely military tests. I used to be more skeptical of this, right? Seeing this, like, you know, especially that, you know, the video we got a couple years ago with the telemetric data. But it's like, man, all that shit can be faked. Are you kidding me? All that shit can be super fake. Bunch of fucking black dots moving around on the screen. Bunch of, you know, gobbledygook telemetric data. All right. No, I want the money shot, dude. I'm so sick and tired of this. I'm honestly sick and tired of it. This guy is not sick and tired of it. This guy did a 36-minute investigation into this, what appears to be a plastic bag floating around. But it does appear to be a very spooky and ethereal plastic bag. But what it could be is, depending on the camera, it could be one of those situations where, like, an old image is juxtaposed over, you know, a current video, and it gives it this, like, ghostly effect where it looks like this image is, like, floating through other objects and, like, you know, breaking physics. And really what we're looking at is just like one of the oldest editing tricks, fucking Buster Keaton editing trick over here. You know what I'm saying? Some fucking super old ass editing trick where you just basically lay two pieces of footage over each other and you can do all kinds of fun stuff with that, right? So you tell me, here's the original footage and it's very slow, so I'll be skipping in parts. But what's
la parte superior.
Okay, this guy, I mean, he goes into crazy detail, bro. He goes into like I said, 36 minutes. He does 3D models. He does simulations. I'll show you little bits of it. But he's like, look, it's real. It's a real object. Look at these dogs, you know, reacting to it. Hanging out, being dogs, sleeping. It's just literally lying. And I love how dogs just literally lie in the middle of the road like that. Look at that dog. Totally oblivious. Yeah, you might, you know, might not want to lie right here. It's clearly some kind of roadway or something. All right, so the dogs are moving around. Yada yada. Okay, so here it comes. Okay, so up at the top here comes floating in. Well, look at this shit. You know, pretty spooky. It doesn't really exhibit the characteristics of a plastic bag, right? So this is supposed to be the unedited video. Right? Kind of looks like a failed 3D model made in Blender. It's a good ghost. Jinkies. Okay, yeah. So as you can see here, you know, it's pretty damn creepy, dude. You know, because it does not seem like a floating plastic bag. Yeah, the dogs are like, whoa, that was pretty weird. There's some old Polaroid camera where if you press the shutter and all the different angles, like why so many different angles on this pile of garbage, on these dogs, you know, on this, you know, are these like traffic, you know, cameras? And look at the, you know, the lighting, kid's birthday balloon. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of creepy how it, you know, it's very, you know. Okay, so here we go on the top left. We get a different camera angle. I don't know. No. So anyway, we get close-ups. I mean, this guy goes bananas with the investigation. This guy just like, you know, he ain't fucking around. He's not fucking around. He's like, you know, this is this CGI.
Vamos a ver ahora.
You know, this movement here on the bottom is pretty freaky, right? That is not like a kind of wind, you know, that feels like a movement, like an intentional movement, you know, like it's being controlled, steered, like it slows down, floats, yeah, it moves like a drone, right? Kind of woo, right? Pretty spooky stuff. Definitely something you wouldn't see a plastic bag do. It does. It's so funny how it looks like a looks like a ghost that you'd see on a cereal box. Okay, so what's this? Yes. Okay, so he does frame by frame juxtaposition analysis. More frame by frame so this is the different in a third camera angle. So many camera angles, you know, it really makes me suspicious. Oh, for what? What are we looking at, by the way? What is this camera supposed to be looking at? Maybe some kind of transportation. Is this like a railroad, maybe? And this is like to catch grifters or you know, or drifters, I mean, and you know, thieves, maybe. You know, maybe they have like a theft problem. Did the camera move? No, surely he moved yeah, okay, he moved the frame. Okay, yeah, like no one's steering the camera. Yeah. Maybe it's a hobo camera. So then this motherfucker kicks it up a notch, dude. I mean, this guy needs to be hired by CSI Miami over here. Or maybe CSI Las Vegas. Is that the new one that's out? I saw an advertisement for it. So he improved it with AI. So here you go. It's a motherfucking... Sorry, I gotta delete that one. It's so tempting to hit that. I can only use that once per stream. But yeah, it does look like a ghost, doesn't it? What the hell are we supposed to be looking at here? Like I said, it looks like somebody's first attempt at making something in Blender, right? I bet you this was made by this guy. This guy who made this analysis video made this video, dude. This is the 3D model he used to make this. That's what's going on here, dude. It's fucking Casper the Ghost, dude. This shit's real. All right, so there you go. That's my UFO news. Hope you had fun. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the what if, the grainy videos. We have everyone's walking around with a 4K digital, you know, clear as crystal. You know, when you're taking a picture of your bunghole, all of a sudden I can see every goddamn pore. But we can't get a single clear video of one of these damn things floating around all over the world. So, Silver Age, welcome back. It's good to see you. Haven't seen you in a minute. Casper, one of the ghostly trio. That would be so funny if we discovered that, you know, like, I don't know, people who have unfulfilled lives, you know, turn into these, like, the generic Pac-Man style ghost with a sheet over their head or something. Whoa, it's real. This incredibly generic cliche is real. This really sucks. This is totally cliche and road. This sucks. Watch mine. It's very high quality. I'll take your word for it, Kevin. I just want one money shot, dude. I'm so sick and tired of this. There's audio in the CCTV when you're woo and rattling chains. Woo. Oh, it's real, dude. It's real. Every episode of Unsolved Mysteries is real. Time to break out the mystery fan, get the gang back together. Except it's real this time. All right. There you go. That's UFO news. We're gonna do a couple headlines. And we're gonna jump into Haiti, and like I said, this is gonna be a quick stream, and we're gonna do Ukraine. Like I said, tomorrow we're gonna be doing a heavy focus on Ukraine tomorrow. So let's just do some headlines. Here we go. Or maybe we die. We become happy phantoms. That'd be nice if we, we get to continue, our consciousness. But it's one of those, things. It's like it's such a dismal idea to think of, no longer existing, and it's such a, it's such a heavy thing. We got to rationalize it, and these fantasies that we get to, keep our precious memories. I know. Sorry.
Oh, baby, it's triple! Oh, yeah!
Wrong button. That was the right button. Globalized. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Delete it. I, for one, look forward to not existing. Not me, man. I want to see where this crazy, I want to see where this crazy experiment goes. I really do. I think it's fascinating. I think humanity is a fascinating species, bursting with potential. And, but it is what it is. Don't really have much of a choice, do you? All right, so moving on to our headlines here. Enough existential dread for one day, right? I mean, what the fuck can we do about it? Unless you're Peter Thiel, you want to freeze your nutsack or some shit. I don't know what he wants to do. It's going to be funny watching these guys who think they're, desperately trying to live forever, dying like everybody else. You're not escaping that shit, dude. Freeze yourself. Go for it, jackass. Icecade into a harem anime brothers. Oh my god. Iscade. I see. That's a word now. To a harem. You know how boring that'd be? First month of it. Get off me. Where are we? Floating on some cloud? Is there a Nintendo anywhere? Biggest Tory donor said looking at Diane Abbott makes you want to hate all black women. So I'd like big props to we got some new contributors in the politics section. This is from B, I think Feline, borderline feline. Biggest Tory donor said looking at Diane Abbott makes you want to hate all black women. I mean, it's just, big surprise. Big shocker. These guys are who they are. Suella Braverman, her comments are just beyond the pale. I think it was it Nigel Farage was the one that was in front of that banner that was, stop all the illegals with all the illegals coming in. Was that him? No, it was Gordon. No, it wasn't Gordon Brown. Oh man. I was looking at it a couple days ago. It's pretty wild stuff. But look, it's like, here's the thing that's really scary is that these guys, they don't care. They don't actually care. It's a political strategy. That's why, Suella Braverman herself is a person of color. Worst episode of Futurama ever. But no, it's a political strategy. Right, because it's about getting the support of inspiring the kind of the kind of most ignorant of society, we'll say, to support you, and they can be very loyal supporters. That I don't know what it is about hate. It drives human beings. Human beings can be far more motivated by hate. The hate really feeds into the fear, and maybe it's the fear that keeps people, ignorant, bigoted, racist, that keeps them, coming to the polls and being consistent voters. But, does this guy, when he goes to a restaurant, does this guy go to the back of the kitchen and make sure everyone's white? No, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't actually give a shit. It's a political thing. I mean, yeah, he's not gonna hire a black guy or whatever, He'll have that like level 1 racism, that base level racism, but he's ultimately a coward. He's not that Southern style, racism. It works up into that once it's accepted. Once that level 1 is accepted, then it works up into that for some people who really have that hatred in them. But for a lot of these people in the Tory party, it's just a fucking strategy, dude. It's so disgusting. So disgusting, because there should be like some agreement between parties about bigotry and supporting bigots, and it's like these conservative parties are getting so desperate, they're courting voters that eventually you are the company you keep, whether you believe it or not. That's what you are, man. The Conservative Party's biggest donor told colleagues that looking at Diane Abbott makes you want to hate all black women. My God. And said the MP should be shot. My God. What, did he bust out some simian references next, Jesus Christ, man. Shocked. What in the world could she have possibly done to have deserved that? What is Diane Abbott? It doesn't really ring a bell. Abbott, I've heard that name before, but not Diane Abbott. I'm still ignorant to UK politics, but what could she have possibly done? Talk about this woman right here. Frank Hester was given $10 million to the Tories in the past year, said in the meeting that he did not hate all black women. But he said that seeing Abbott, who is Britain's longest-serving black MP on TV, meant you just want to hate all black women because she's there. Why? Because she's not conventionally pretty like you? Holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah, she should really do something with her appearance, huh? I mean, looking at you makes me hate makes me hate myself, makes me want to hit the gym, dude. He also called all his quote-unquote foreign workers together to defend himself against online claims he had made racist remarks. Well, guys, he's not racist. He exploits plenty. See what I mean? He exploits plenty of black people. He's happy to overwork and underpay hundreds of black people. Look, I got all of my black people together. Look, I got them all together. Because I'll fire them if they didn't. Look at all of them. You're happy to be here, right? Yep. See, they're nodding. Checkmate. You woke Ramoners. During this meeting, he said he abhorred racism and told his team their progress would not be based on the color of your skin, your ethnicity, or where your parents are from. No. It'll be based off what's really important, class. And guess what? You didn't win the lottery like I did. My sexy ass, my supermodel ass. You didn't win the lottery like me. Genetic lottery. Maybe he worked himself from the ground up. I have a feeling he didn't. People with opinions like this, I don't know. It's a mixed bag. You never know. I don't know. He kind of does look like blue collar, worked himself up into something, Who knows? Who knows? Statement remains though. The nepotism, the lack of taxation. Looks like he has 19 chromosomes. However, he also said that we take the piss out of the fact that all our Chinese girls sit together in the Asian. Hey, why all the Asian broads over there? Let's leer at them. Leer at them in the Asian corner. That is an interesting phenomenon. I think anthropologists have studied that, why that happens. People have their own ethnicity. You know, when given a chance, you know, they'll do experiments. You know, everyone goes to cafeteria. People tend to sit with each other, right? And it's not just white on black either, you know. Guy sounds like one of those old Cuban guys moaning about the loss when Fidel took the reins. All right, if you want to read the rest about this slime bag, it's right here. But news at 11. Tories are horrific. They gotta go. My problem, my big question, and my big concern is that what we saw, so, you know, it's very much an emulation of this Obama, of what we saw with Obama, except you have a much less inspiring and much less charismatic, you know, guaranteed lock with Keir Starmer. But my worry is a total lack of mandate. Obama came in, people were just relieved to get rid of Bush. Let me tell you, it was like an 8-year nightmare. The comedy was pretty good, but by that 8th year, you know, it was like there was an animated TV show about the Bush family. It was just so much, right? Your whole life was this ridiculous scandal after ridiculous scandal and all these wars. We just wanted to get rid of George Bush. And, you know, Obama didn't really have much of a mandate. Made a lot of hopes and promises and all that. Gave a nice big handout to the health insurance companies with Obamacare. Gave them a super majority. Didn't do shit with it. I think he did change the crack laws, right? So that black people stopped going to jail for for less amounts of you know, crack, even though it's basically just cocaine. And then, you know, some Wall Street guy with a big old baggie of coke goes to jail for less time, even though he has more, just because it's technically coke over crack. It's called the crack laws. So I think Obama did change that. And there's definitely a few other dubs. I think it's funny when neoliberals say Obama had a scandal-free administration. I lived that shit. Scandal-free. Said he was going to close Abu Ghraib. Didn't do that. Drop more drone bombs on innocent people than any other president in U.S. history. Was one of the first presidents to do an extrajudicial killing of a U.S. citizen without a trial and receive basically no pushback, right? So apparently you can kill a U.S. citizen on foreign soil and it's all good because he's brown. Yeah, he did wear a tan suit that one time. Yeah, and his daughters, they smoke and they're teenage and who knows what they get up to. Anyway, moving on to the next story. This was from your boy Davey. Thank you, Davey. This is hilarious. I mean, hilarious and a little bit sad, but I don't know. I mean, whatever. I don't think he just didn't see him. And where's Ivanka over here? Hey, Dad, come here real quick. Dad, like, is she such a coward? She's such a meek. She's so cowed. She should have called. You'll see what I mean here. So people are saying this is, you know, are speculating that this is him snubbing his own grandson. So it's this kid. We got Ivanka right here, and then this is the grandson right here. Flumpy Tumpy. I'll stick a selfie and shook Raul Castro's hand. Nelson Mandela's finger. Remember those days? I don't remember that. So he's like, oh, bo, 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 oh, bo, do, bo, he hates me, bo. Oh, well, bo, bo, bo. So apparently she was mad. You know, people were speculating. So later in the evening, she saw that she was angry. You know, snubs his grandson. So does he see? I mean, look, he's in president mode. He doesn't have time for fucking kids. Ivanka, you got to do this, you know, private moment. Is this the only moment you have with your dad? You can't, you know, go backstage with the kid. Is this the first time you've seen your dad in 6 weeks? You know what I mean? So I don't think he even sees the kid. I don't think he even sees the kid, dude. He's like, you know, on to the next. Yeah, hey Ivanka, we'll talk later. I got, you know, I'm doing president thing. I'm not trying to make excuses for the fascist, okay? For the potential dictator who wears diapers because he's incontinent, okay? But I'm just not seeing any evidence that he saw this kid. He's like, hey, how you doing, Ivanka? Yep, how you doing? We've seen each other a million times. You know, yep, okay. You know, we've literally seen each other 3 million times, right? We can talk later, right? I got 3 million other things. He literally didn't even see the kid. And look at Ivanka. She doesn't say shit. She just stands there. She just does her goofy little fucking Paris Hilton smile. She doesn't even. Yeah, okay. That's your fault, woman. Hey, Dad, come here. Hey, Dad, hey. One of those, and you're good to go. I don't know. Maybe is the whole family just terrified of Trump, right? You're like, you literally can't even go. Hey, I'm not blaming it on the woman, dude. Come on. I'm blaming it on the dumbass. It has nothing to do with her gender. Seems to me like, I mean, like literally, is she too afraid? Is to like, hey, Dad, can you come over here? I think she's just a dumbass. She's either afraid and cowed and like you can't get you literally like he'll yell at you if you call to him, like, you know, it's happened in the past, like, don't interrupt me when I'm doing stuff, right? It's either that or she's a dumbass. Pick one. She's a Trump. Pick one. Moving on. Quit being a misogynist. Blonde hair doesn't give you a free pass from being a dumbass.
Dumbass! You dumbass! You're a dumbass. Such a dumbass.
She's
You're
got
an
this
ass.
goofy ass smile. What are you doing? Just, hey, Dad, are you too afraid? Hey, come here. Too real? Oh, we're robot. We are robot plastic people. We only know how to smile and shake hands. You know, hey, come on over here, Dad, real quick. Oh, no. I don't know, dude. You know what these people remind me of? They remind me of those vestigial rooms that people used to keep. They used to have like a room in their house that they would never use. They would decorate and clean, and it would look immaculate. It'd look like a magazine, but you weren't allowed to actually step in there or use it, you know? These people are like the human equivalent of that, you know? All style, all, facade, right? Body shaming to now. When does the misogyny end? Fucking cancel me. Cancel me on X. Cancel me on X. I'm protected now. Now that I'm part of the misogynist club, I got a home on X, dude. Elon Musk is gonna help me out. He's got my back. So you know how all these planes, there was just another headline about the plane who nosedived. Have you heard about this? I saw it on the headlines last night. I was watching Haystack News. Plunges fucking 500 feet or something. Yeah. So this shit, people hit the roof, dude. Could you imagine you're on this plane? Straight up, you're on this plane, just right on a dime, dude. People were injured. They hit the fucking roof. Total nightmare. Total nightmare. And this isn't some, this isn't some North Korea airline, right? New Zealand, Boeing, pretty big names, right? Not exactly indie industry here, not exactly third world. Well, guess what? According to Woke Patriot here, thank you, by the way, for this link, Boeing whistleblower John Barnett found dead in U.S. Dude, motherfucker slipped on a banana peel. Right? Oh, we forget that this shit happens in the United States, too. Former Boeing employee known for raising concerns about the firm's production standards has been found dead in the U.S. Come on. You see the Russian plane crashing? Everyone died? Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, let me take a look at this clip here. What the hell? This happened today? No way. Yeah, March 12th. Oh my God. A Russian Il-76 transport plane has crashed near Ivano, 200 kilometers northeast of Moscow. 12 Russians were on board. Covert work by the Ukrainian intelligence services. Well, thank God it wasn't filled with like hundreds of passengers. It certainly is terrible. 12 people dying. If they're innocent civilians, if they're soldiers, slightly different context, but still tragic. But we don't know, Chem Goblin. We don't know how he got killed. Is this the one who got bodied by that bird? I mean, this was a military plane. Okay. I mean, yeah, that is out, dude. That engine is out, right? And you usually don't get that guy. I mean, what a fucking fantastic shot too. Perfect timing, man. Well, that fucker just before it burns out right there. What a fantastic shot, man. Once again, right out of the movies. But yeah, that would be right there, right on the engine. If you were piloting a drone or something, you know, some kind of weapon that would attack it, that you'd be hitting one of those engines. Russia said that, well, Russia said the Moskova sunk because someone smoked a cigarette in the ammo compartment. Who designed that one? But Russia says all kinds of shit. God damn, yeah. So all 12 of them died, huh? I mean, that's tough. When you lose power, when you cut off, boom, you dive down. Designed for non-smokers. Well, how the hell did you get out of there, Chem Goblin? Middle of the ocean? What are you, a strong swimmer? Now, this is interesting. I disagree with the simplicity of this, right? As if the European Union represents peace and harmony. Really, it represents discordance, incompetence, greed, inaction. Doesn't exactly represent peace and harmony, but there is some truth to this. There is some truth to this. Do we really want to set a precedent where it's totally cool for Russia to just swallow up another country and we're just gonna, well, it's not our problem? Humanity has an obligation to the Ukrainian people to do something about this. Hey, look at that. We ended up covering some Ukrainian news. It's great. Well, I'm ghoulishly relieved to hear that this was a military plane and that it was likely military people who died, but still incredibly tragic. So anyway, back to this. I mean, so we got panels popping off these planes, right? This is the most, dude, I would be suing them for millions. You're on a plane. I saw the eyewitness report. Guy was sleeping, right? Wakes up. He's got a seatbelt on, but he wakes up to the plane in a full-blown nosedive, and he looks around, and people are stuck to the ceiling, thinking, "This is it. This is it, dude. This is it. We're done. We're toast." Somehow, the whole plane comes back to life, and the pilot pulls himself, pulls the whole thing out of it. Well, whistleblower found dead. Boeing was saddened. Boeing needs to be dismantled, quite frankly, and rebuilt like their planes. It literally needs to be dismantled and rebuilt like every one of their airplanes. Hear of Mr. Barnett's passing. The Charleston County coroner confirmed. Why is the coroner confirming? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay. Boeing said it was saddened to hear of Mr. Barton's passing. Charleston County coroner confirmed his death to BBC on Monday. It said the 62-year-old had died from self-inflicted wound on the 9th of March, and police were investigating. Classic. Classic. Simple B&E, get into his house, have him hold the gun, pull the trigger for him. You're done. Easy. Mr. Barnett had worked for the U.S. Plain Giant for 32 years until his retirement in 2017 on health grounds. From 2010, he worked as a quality manager at the North Charleston plant, making the 787 Dreamliner, state-of-the-art airliner used mainly on long-haul routes. Sounds like he doesn't know what he's talking about when it comes to these planes. Sounds like he has no fucking clue about what, Boeing should be doing. And there certainly is no evidence of corners being cut in these planes. Certainly no evidence of Mr. Barnett being 100% correct. Snake! 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 Yeah, so I mean, clearly this guy, career engineer, left Boeing and started, continued to work on airliners because of his expertise. So I'm being facetious. Clearly, he's actually an incredibly niche expert at is specifically around these 787, 757s, specifically around these planes that are falling apart or just straight up failing. Well, he just couldn't take it anymore, guys. He just couldn't take it anymore. Just like Jeffrey Epstein, just couldn't handle it. Nothing ever, the reason why nothing ever happens because from these big profile cases like Jeffrey Epstein and stuff is because our Justice Department, FBI, intelligence agencies, FBI really, not intelligence agencies, but there used to be separation and jurisdiction, right? So these, the FBI used to have its own prerogative separate of the Justice Department, and it could, keep the Justice Department in check. And then the idea of the Justice Department with the AG is you put impartial people, right? You go through this process. Of course, that's not how it works. But that is supposed to create a culture of justice within your Justice Department, which would then go after corporate criminals. But what we have is the subversion of our Justice Department for politics, corrupting it. And then what do we see? It, failing to do its job, right? So what happens here is that a crime that should be investigated to the hilt is going to be swept under the rug because of politics, because of Boeing's connections to politicians on the left and the right. Right? And we used to have this, and like I said, they used to have some autonomy. The FBI could say, no, we don't care what your political prerogative is. We don't care how much money Boeing gave your political campaign. This is foul play. We're going to look into this. And we're going to, we have the ability to either, do our own investigation and trigger our own trial, process, or we can force the Justice Department to do that, whatever it is, whatever the mechanism. But it's all gone now, right? FBI directors totally biased, oh, we can't make Joe Biden look bad, or whatever the case is. So, I mean, this, so now a whistleblower gets fucking murked, right? And, we're just going to Jeffrey Epstein this shit. I guarantee it, dude. I guarantee it. This shit's whoop, right under that motherfucking carpet. Well, put that on the maybe pile. We'll get to that one on a rainy day. Whoopsie daisies. I mean, RIP to a true hero over here, right? Whistleblower John Barnett. Not a bitch, not a pussy, not afraid to say what needed to be said. And he was 100% correct, by the way. 100%, not even being hyperbolic. He was probably really courteous and really, trying to be professional. for his entire professional career, decades-long professional career, is probably being as courteous as possible to let people know there was a real problem. Oh, yeah, no. This tough as nails son of a bitch over here decided to off himself, but just couldn't handle the truth. Right, Dari? Bullshit. I call bullshit, dude. Maybe, but you know, maybe he did have health issues. He left Boeing for health issues. Maybe he had pain issues. Maybe there was stuff we don't know about. Pretty goddamn convenient, though. And you know what I would really like is, you know, transparent, independent investigation. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Trump. We can't have justice anymore, right? Because of fucking the farcical billion-dollar election cycle. Okay. And truth tellers get thrown under the damn rug, dude. This reeks. Mr. Barnett said he alerted managers to his concerns, but no action had been taken. Boeing denied his assertions. However, in 2017 review by the U.S. regulator, Federal Aviation Administration did uphold some of Mr. Barnett's concerns. So here we have, you know, the shreds, the final dregs of a regulatory agency, even admitting, pulling itself together to admit Mr. Barnett's concerns were legitimate. Gee, you think? I mean, I want you to picture this. You know, everyone in the chat's probably been in an airplane. Maybe a few of you haven't. But I want you to picture that. You know, you're sitting, you're chilling, you're enjoying your movie, and then all of a sudden you're plunging to your death. Not because a missile hit your plane, okay? Not because your plane hit a bird like Russia's. Man, there's a lot of birds flying around up there over Ukraine, right? Russia having a hard time with it. No, man. Just boop. No power. Engine shut off. Now we're dead weight. Now we're a paperweight going straight down into the earth. Because some executive, you know, wanted a hot tub, and he, you know, went cheap on a part or went cheap on this regulation, or right? Like some farce out of RoboCop, you know? Like one of those commercials, right? Like, you know, Boeing Corporation not found liable after their plane lost power and plunged directly into the earth. Boeing said it's not liable, and the government agreed. You know, more news at 11. It sounds like a farce. That a corporation could be so unaccountable that they're over here murking motherfuckers. And what's going to happen? What do you think's going to happen? That's my prediction. Tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, after Jeffrey Epstein, I mean, come on. Oh, yeah. Like, okay, if Hannibal Lecter, was dead in his cell, would you say he killed himself? Well, no, that's impossible. He was like cameras, and there's guards, and there's like everything. He's getting watched 24/7. There's a whole, he's like one of the most dangerous criminals, you know, and I'm not saying fucking, you know, I'm just saying it's like ridiculous. Wanted to show this here. I thought this was just kind of interesting. Miami, Florida, Ron DeSantis country. We are seeing a extremely heavy, moving on to the next story. I know. Okay, we're moving up. I wish law that pierced the corporate veil and imprison execs. We need it. We are living in the, it's like we've had enough time to see these entities corrupt our politics to such the extent that we are seeing the externalities of their changes. We are living in this situation. Things are getting worse. There's a reason. There is a reason. And it has to do with the changes that the moneyed elite have made to our government and politics, corrupting it, diluting it. We also need to look at these political parties who are more loyal to themselves than they are to the country and the sustainability of the country. They need to be there needs to be new mechanisms to hold them accountable, because what we are seeing is we are seeing the neoliberals not use mechanisms, not use laws on the book, not use the rules that are already in the book to go after the elements that are intentionally disassembling the foundation of our country. And they're doing it because they are too cowardly, or they don't want to set a precedent that could wind up getting them arrested. They don't want to end the gravy train. Fill in the blank, whatever your motivations are. Whatever the motivations could be. We have a situation. I mean, you got the filibuster, you got the Supreme Court. There's a million other examples of actions and avenues that the neoliberals could take that could hold these corrupt elements accountable. They refuse to, and then the Republicans are embracing them, and they're saying, no, I can't wait to dismantle all these, and we're just gonna, the FAA can tell Boeing to do whatever the hell they want. Planes dropping out of the sky like confetti. This is great. They don't care. I'm getting fat paid, dog. Right? So that's what we're dealing with the Republicans, and these can, and then, 20K viewers, they should be listening to you instead right now. He's making excuses for her. Who? I don't have time for this stupid fucking story. We got to talk about Haiti. Fuck spring break, bitch. I don't have time for this shit. We got to talk about Haiti. I don't have time for this shit, dude. We're moving on. Fuck spring break. Anyway, the crux of the story was, mega crackdown on Miami Beach. It's extremely effective. But it's so effective, it's basically a ghost town. And, it's kind of like, they don't, they don't know. It's the Ron DeSantis style, right? He doesn't know a safe medium. He doesn't know how to handle things in a way that, it's like a way overreach. People are saying there's more cops walking around than there are people on spring break. And it's like, hey, homie, your motherfucking economy kind of depends on this shit. It's like, yeah, we can find a way to not have riots and people shooting up the place, but still, having fun and, in a real fun atmosphere. But no, they just went full Nazi. They just went full lockdown. That was what I wanted to show you. Welcome back, Ribbons. Let's go ahead and talk about Haiti.
It's a dark path.
My God, I had no idea it could be so bad. Brian, I don't want to act anymore.
Good. Now we just got to make Peter and Lois understand.
Yes, well, if they want to make me into a monster like those people, we'll give them a monster. Like when Godzilla attacked Haiti.
Oh my God.
So for some reason that came up in my algorithm, probably because I searched for Haiti. I thought I would show that. Suffice it to say, Haiti has not been in a good position for quite some time, as that little clip showed us there. So this is interesting from France 24, kind of breaking it down for us. The headline says it all. Haiti, not so much a civil war, not even collapse of a state, but the creation of a criminal state. Yeah, so we're seeing like a Somalia being created right before our eyes. Maybe. And hey, let's be respectful, guys. Huh? Yeah, I'm looking at you.
The Haitian Prime Minister is to resign. Ariel Henry made the announcement from Puerto Rico. He's been unable to return to Haiti since gang violence overwhelmed the country last month, displacing thousands of people. And now it's far from clear who will replace Henry and whether they can quell the unrest in the streets. Delano de Souza has this first report.
Yo, barbecue, dude. Barbecue is not fucking around, man. You rarely see a motherfucker who is not fucking around on this level. Look at this guy. This is the leader of the gang, dude.
Delano de Souza
throwing tires,
has this first report.
Extended clip, shooting up
Plunging
in the air.
Further and further into chaos.
Oh my God, I need to. Oh my God, dog. I need to get my goddamn Jesus. We didn't see that. No one saw anything. You didn't see anything. Censored. Gotta get my censors out here. Oh my Jesus. Haiti is not doing well, dude. Oh my God, I almost clicked stop streaming. Shit. He was really tired. He was taking a nap. Look at this maniac. This is the leader. This is Barbecue himself.
Haiti's capital remained tense as powerful gangs continue to flex their muscle. The former police officer turned gang boss nicknamed...
Yo, he's got like a hype man. He's got like an assistant to walk when he's walking through the streets menacing. Look at this guy. He's like walking through the streets menacing his city, and he's got like a hype man to wipe his fucking sweat. This is I don't know, guys. I got a feeling this guy isn't exactly a Che Guevara.
The former police officer turned gang boss nicknamed Barbecue says what happens next in Haiti is for the country's citizens to decide.
Okay.
We Haitians have to decide who is going to lead the country and what model of government we want.
All right.
We are going to figure out how to get Haiti out of the misery it's in now.
Great words. Oh, I like that. So is he inspired? Because, you know, we looked at the history of Haiti and we learned that Haiti is the first black republic. It's basically one of the first, you know, black countries that was being pillaged by slavers to revolt and stand up and push back against it and claim independence as its own country. In this sea of colonization, the Haitians stood up. And it's a really beautiful history. Welcome back, Lenny from south of Boston. It's your boy. Make sure you're liking and subscribing on Lenny's channel, folks. I see you streaming. But yeah, no, we learned a little history of Haiti there, and it's a beautiful history. And is Barbecue inspired by that? I don't know, man. This guy seems really unpredictable. But there's, you know. Is he chaotic? Is he chaotic good or is he chaotic evil? He's definitely chaotic.
If the international community continues on the road they are on now, it will plunge Haiti into further chaos.
There's much uncertainty in Haiti after the Prime Minister announced he'd step down once a transitional council is established. Experts warn that even with a different form of government, powerful gangs cannot be ignored. On the streets of Port-au-Prince, meanwhile, residents said Haiti needed a homegrown solution to its problems.
All Haitians need to work together to see if we can save the country. Regional countries always put Haiti in a situation where we end up fighting one another.
Regional countries can't do anything for us. It's like running from the rain and falling in the mud.
As regional leaders met in Jamaica, the United States announced it would boost its funding for a Kenyan-led security force in Haiti, bringing the total U.S. support to $300 million, while further funds will be earmarked for aid.
And to talk a little more about the future of Haiti, I'm very pleased to welcome now to the programme Christopher Sabatini. He's a senior researcher at Chatham House. Welcome to you, sir.
Oh, good.
It does seem like the news today is a victory for the gangs in Haiti. Will they have some role now in deciding who Haiti's next leader will be?
That's a critical question. They were certainly demanding the resignation of Ariel Henry. The U.S. was pressuring him to step down, and now, of course, the CARICOM countries
the U.S.
were
wanted
able
him to step
achieve that.
down.
The truth is that if Henry had remained, he was deeply unpopular in Haiti. It probably would have given more strength to the gang. So, yes, while it does look like it's a concession to the gangs, it was also a concession in reality. Now, we hope, of course, that in the transition commission or committee, that there are no concessions to the gangs in terms of their presence. That would be a severe error. To give what are a group of criminals some sort of political say in the future of Haiti would be.
So he has legitimately led several massacres of innocent people. We're not talking troops or soldiers or cops that were, attacking him or attacking other people. We're talking about him just killing a bunch of folks that, were just standing in his way, personal beefs or whatever. I don't know, man. Because if someone's got if your country is gonna whip itself into shape, it requires the people, and it requires a charismatic leader. You need. It's a shame. That'll be a shame if this guy's just killing innocent folks. It really will, because it's a lot of wasted potential here. For such a charismatic person. With that said, I think Che Guevara is guilty of the same thing, right? My house rep is Sheila McCormick, who is Haitian and has family there. We all voter registered in Creole here in Broward and Dade counties. Well, that's very interesting. Gasperancia. That's very interesting. Thank you for letting me know. That's very interesting. Thank you for letting us all know. Che Guevara did not massacre civilians. Oh, well, then I've heard wrong. We should do I guess we should do depending on what direction barbecue goes in, we might want to look up some revolutionaries from the past, see if we can see any similarities. I always enjoy doing that.
Mistake. So yes, they got what they achieved. The truth is, it was a benefit for all of Haiti.
You said the gangs have got what they achieved. Does that mean, in your analysis,
so what's
now
the plan, then?
We will see a quieter time in Haiti? Will some of the violence of the last few weeks come to an end?
I don't think so. I think they were using Henri as an excuse to try to seize parts of the country. They knew he was deeply unpopular and to sort of assert their own both military presence and political voice. Now comes the tough part, because they're basically securing this transitional government and securing some sort of future in Haiti that's not tied to criminality is going to involve a multinational force that will come in and establish some security. And that will involve conflict, and it will involve not making concessions to the security, to the
I'm not really getting the revolutionary vibes off this guy.
So they're hardly out of the blue. In fact, I think they're about to confront a much more dangerous situation for them. They achieved one of their political demands.
I feel so bad for the
military
Haitians.
demands, if you will, are now going to be on the line.
And let's talk then about what the international community should do. Does Haiti need a peacekeeping force for the moment? Because missions like that in the past have been deeply controversial in Haiti, to say the least.
Yes, they've been deeply controversial and they've been ineffective. We've had both one from 94 that started with the United States and then went from 95 until later, and then in 2004. Not only were they ineffective, of course,
Who's
as you mentioned, there was
Haiti weapons?
One case spreading cholera.
One case spreading cholera. We looked up that. They were shitting a UN mission was shitting in the river.
The Haitian police forces, of which there are only 9,000, there have been 3,000 defections from the police force. There are only 9,000 that remain to control a country of 11.5 million people. So there's going to need to be some outside assistance and security. And the truth is what has been sort of contributed so far, proposed so far, is not going to be sufficient. It's about 1,000 troops from Kenya, not even troops, they're police actually, maybe some troops from Benin and the Caribbean countries. The truth is the United States and Canada and the EU, despite the exhaustion of past Haitian interventions in Haiti and their lack of success, are going to have to step up, because the truth is you can't outsource this anymore. This is a really dire situation for Haiti and for the region.
Step up. We can't even get off our dick when helping a clear democratic ally in Ukraine. One of the most unambiguously, clear, moral, right and wrong conflicts I've ever seen in my life. And Mike Johnson, the Republican Party, and quite frankly, Joe Biden, with his inability to use any of these magic loopholes that Israel gets to use, seemingly perfectly okay to play politics with Ukrainian lives, diddling themselves and masturbating basically with their fucking ridiculous, hand tied behind one back, had one hand tied behind their back. Theatrics, the neoliberals over here. Joe Biden, no, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. I don't have high hopes for this international community that's getting played like a bitch by Putin to come through for the Haitians. I really don't. I don't mean to be cynical. But holy shit, we can't even get our shit together for Ukraine. What are we going to do for the Haitians? Jay was in charge of a prison where after the revolution, where he presided over the extrajudicial killings of several hundred prisoners, many of questionable guilt. He also said he enjoyed it. Maybe that's what I've heard. Yeah. Well, I mean, is that a misinterpretation of people saying he enjoyed justice, or was he like? It's like, I enjoyed watching them die, or was that the quote, right? I want to know more about the beginning and the end of that statement where that was said about him enjoying it. But that is interesting. So he presided over a prison. I'm not making excuses for it, Chem Goblin, but it was like, the 50s, the 60s. That probably just him being outwardly homophobic. That probably just meant he was gay and he was closeted and frustrated.
Will to do that? Do you think in Washington, you mentioned the US and Canada, we haven't particularly heard from either of those countries that they're interested in participating in some kind of international force to stabilize Haiti?
Yeah, that's not exactly, I mean, mass kill. I want to know what mass killings of civilians. I want to know more about this. I haven't heard anything about the specific massacres that barbecue has led. I've only heard, you know, this and that, but yeah, if that's as bad as it sounds, then yeah, that is a little different. Neither one's great, but there's definitely some clear differences there.
In the United States, of course, it's an election year. That's going to make it very difficult. There's already a lot of fatigue in the United States.
Like it's easy when it's not an election year. You know what I mean? Like Joe Biden, you know, didn't just sit on his fucking dick for the last 3 years. You know what I mean? Merrick Garland didn't get off his ass for the last 2. You know, to go after Trump. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, what? Like things happen any faster when it's not an election. You know, I'm so tired of the neoliberals pretending like there's just nothing they can do. They're just totally without power, just totally powerless. Then they get on, you know, they get in front of the mic. Oh, what do you mean? We're not the police of the world, and we don't run everything. It's like, come on, there's all kinds of shit you can do. I'm not Haitian. I'm a white, and get along with Haitian dysphoria, but it's stressful. Politicians pander but provide little. I guess it's time to let Haitians decide. Well, some would interpret this barbecue fella as letting Haitians decide. His words. He certainly knows what the right thing to say. That is definitely a message that's curated for the international community, which is like, I want to install a techno government. Legitimize me. Treat me like a legitimate leader, and I promise we'll do a democracy this time, which they never do. They're like, oh, we never have time for it. Oops, we want to continue the martial law for another 6 months. Oh, we got an extension of that martial law. We'll get right to that technocratic government, transitionary government, we promise. That's the level that he wants, because then he's legitimized. He basically becomes the king of Haiti, and the party begins.
Obviously, after the Iraq invasion and failure, the collapse of Afghanistan, of course, now there are conflicts in Ukraine. And,
I mean, does Haiti
Gaza,
even want our help? You know what I mean?
The United States population.
Look how we're helping the Palestinians. Yeah, we built a pontoon
for this, but it has to happen
to give you some food.
Canada
while
too.
we give bombs to the people killing you.
Facing a lot of criticism, a lot of low levels of disapproval.
You know what I mean?
But somehow, some way, those countries are going to have to step up and basically make a case to the public about why this is true and happening. The same is true also for France. France also bears a certain amount of responsibility in this. These are difficult political situations for all these countries.
It looks utterly
International
miserable
relations, especially humanitarian support, is a very fraught political issue, especially at this time.
Oh my God, that's a dead body. I'm blocking a dead body.
Just a final question. There are
people are casually. This guy's looking at and casually walking by a dead, like, decomposing body in the right. I didn't even see it. I thought it was garbage. Oh my God.
There are some analysts in the past week or so who have said the situation in Haiti is so bad that it's effectively a low-scale civil war now. Do you share that view?
The truth is, a civil war implies there's some sort of political objective on one side, and there's no political objective for the gangs. These are criminal gangs that are engaging in everything from human trafficking, stealing and reselling or redistributing humanitarian goods, human trafficking, extortion. It's not so much a civil war as basically not even just the collapse of a state, but the creation of a criminal state. And when that criminal state controls most of Port-au-Prince, the capital, you're looking at something that would have been unthinkable, certainly in Latin America, just even a few decades ago, which is, illicit criminal gang effectively meting out justice and forming a de facto government. That has to be reversed.
Christopher Sabatini, it's great.
So, I mean, barbecue has one, he has a shining opportunity here to, he's a ruthless man in a ruthless world. He's ruthlessly taking control. you know, he has an opportunity to consolidate power and actually start governing. And, you know, like I said, creating that opportunity that of stability that would allow for a real democracy to flourish. Sounds like he's a human trafficker, warlord, who is, you know, just the most clever and, you know, strategic, you know, used to be chief of police, right? Had some success there, it sounds like. Sounds like that's what we have here. But I'm just trying to say he has an opportunity to go another way. You know, wouldn't that be cool? A Haiti Revolution 2.0. You know, barbecue flips the script, starts building schools and enforcing the law, right? And he starts arresting criminals, maybe not killing them in prison. Che Guevara. Maybe not doing that, but you just, you know, regular justice, you know, has a bunch of cops, you know, he becomes the chief of police for all of Haiti, basically. What, you know, I mean, I'm just trying to, I guess I'm just fantasizing about how I would do things if I was in Barbecue's position, you know, like, okay, man, you know, you're damn, dude, you know, you like, I mean, imagine how difficult it is in such a chaotic situation in Haiti. You know, seized power, raised an army, like, you know, like the Scots did, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like some old school, you know, requires a lot of gumption, requires a big fat sack, right? So damn, dude, you did something actually pretty amazing. You know, you were able to wrangle some control out of chaos. So what are you going to do with it? Enrich yourself? Kill a bunch of people, human traffic a bunch of young girls and what have you? Really? That's what you're going to do? That was why? That's the great empire of barbecue? You know what I mean? They're not going to build a statue of you, dude. And if they did, that shit would get knocked down and melted down the next revolution or coup. Man, that's a shame. That is a shame. Why, you know, why do you want to do bad? Why do bad? You guys think Shea was worse than this guy? I don't know what to say. No, Woke Page, I don't think Shea was worse than this guy. I don't think so. With that said, I haven't seen a lot of evidence of what his actual crimes are. Like, you know, did he take over a gang that committed crimes in the past? Did he like, okay, start, you know, he was chief of police and then he started committing crimes as chief of police and then, you know, running around as a death squad. And then that turned into its own gang, which then snowballed into what we have now. I don't know. Why do bad? AN for president. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm so tired of evil people winning. You know what I mean? Donald Trump, Donald Trump should be behind bars. Period. And he's still out here waving his diapered ass around in everyone's face. Man is under U.S. Department of Treasury sanctions for crying out loud. Because he took part in the massacre of civilians. Okay. All of a sudden we take the, you know, U.S. calls everybody they don't like terrorists. Any freedom fighter who's, you know, fighting for communism is a terrorist. Right? I don't trust the fucking Department of Treasury sanction on anything, right? There are some legitimate monsters on that list. Okay. How do you feel about Progressive Victory? Is that some kind of group? Never heard of them. Sounds good. Same government that sanctions Putin. Yeah, well, it's a mixed bag, dude. It's a mixed bag, you know? I'm just, it's not like that seal of like, oh, certificate, you know. All I want is a, you know, a 5-minute eyewitness report of like, yeah, no, this guy's gang was a death squad, killed this village. Just want something. Yeah, what, Woke Patriot? You don't think the United States, calls legitimate, freedom fighters and people who are actually trying to, you know, create their own independence from the empires that surround it, terrorists? You don't think the United States does that? Totally, people we would totally agree with, people who legitimately want freedom from the Western military industrial complex. They don't call those people terrorists too? Not everybody is Hamas. You know? I'm not taking Uncle Sam's word at you know, face value. All right, Woke Patriot. I'll take your word for it. I trust Woke Patriot most of the time. I'll take your word for it. All right, well, that's really bad news. I'm just trying, you know, it's just like, man, you've seized power. You know, like, you're like, there, dude, you did it. And could you imagine? Right? And then you're just gonna kill people and, you know, and just be just a criminal, huh? Oh, it's so boring. So anyway, yeah, he's resigned, yada yada, bye. You did a shitty job. Probably stuffed your pockets. Probably wildly corrupt. You know, not even the United States, you know, wants to save your ass. They're telling you to, yeah, just resign, dude. It's over. You got your shot. You shot your shot. Stuffed your pockets. Bye. Right? Another Haitian leader bites the dust. All right, folks. That's all I got for you today. That's it. I know. What? Oh, we're already over. It's already done. I'm used to my nine-hour news marathons. You should look into it. Yeah, we should. We'll be following up, seeing what Barbecue does. I've been trying to find how many members are in Barbecue's gang. Sounds like the whole police force is basically, so it's about 9,000, 24-hour stream. I got to take my kid to the dentist. Aww. Yeah, I got to take my kiddo to the dentist. No, Progressive Victory. Oh, okay. What is this? What is this? Song Progressive Victory website. Ready to make a difference. Well, I certainly like this. So this is exactly what I'm talking about with step 2, right? You find a progressive political organization in your area that you can agree with, right? You put your name down, you start getting the emails. 9K plus. Well, all the criminals didn't immediately join Barbecue's gang. I was at the dentist today, and if I can do it, your son definitely can. I'm just gonna drop my kid off at the front of the door and leave. Here you go. It's your problem. Contact them. You have a great voice. Yeah. All right. Sure. I mean, right now I'm in a really weird spot where I'm trying to get Canadian citizenship. So there's certain organizations in the United States that I can't join right now. But yeah, you see here, get involved. Progressive Victory. I'd have to know more about it. I mean, they're supporting Warnock for U.S. Senate. I guess he's not too bad. Yeah, so you see, so this is what I'm talking about with step 2, right? In steps 2 and step 3, right? You can do some organizing, you can do some canvassing, you can do some phone banking. There's a lot of options as a political activist. There's certain things you're shy at, you don't want to do, you don't want to talk to people. There's still ways for you to contribute to these organizations. I need to know more about these guys, dude. They're over here hooking up Warnock. What about endorsing in primaries? General election candidates? Is this a what is it? MoveOut.org style progressive organization? Are we looking at a MoveOn.org situation? Interesting. Okay. I would say Shea was worse than Barbecue. It's too early to say, but what Shea did and said about enjoying his firing squad should be factored into our assessment of him. Yeah, I mean, that's not cool. It's not cool, man. We got to be better than the people we condemn to death. You know what I mean? If you're rubbing your hands and enjoying the sight of people dying just as much as your enemy, I don't know, man. Times were tough. Times were tough in the past, you know. But I don't know if there's any excuse for that. I saw one of the gang members eating one of their victims. Excuse me? Excuse-a-mundo? Yes, sir. Is that why they call him barbecue? It's on X. I just want to get my Andrew Tate videos. And now I'm looking at some guy eating another guy. Oh my God. All right, folks. Big props to Lenny, Borderline Feline, Woke Patriot, all you guys. You're amazing. Oh, geez. Clutch Cargo. Hey, folks, make sure you like and subscribe to Clutch Cargo. If you're a lurker, you want more of this amazing content, make sure you check out Clutch Cargo and also Lenny. But you're already subscribed to Lenny, so I don't even need to tell you. Big props to Davin. Big props to Tisriel. Welcome back. And thank you for your contributions, Tisriel, in the Discord. I saw you there. Big props to your boy, Chem Goblin, all the way from the Ukraine. Big props to you. Chem Goblin, thanks again. Gasperancia, thank you so much for your input and your wonderful comments. Absolutely lovely comments. Thank you so much. Gasperancia, I'm sure I'm not saying that correctly. Ribbons, thank you, Ribbons, for coming back. Once again, all you lurkers out there, I do appreciate it. I see you out there. Ace Fram, big props to Ace Fram. Thank you, Ace Fram. And Dari Arts, thank you for not pissing me off today. Dari Arts, not pissing me off today. I do appreciate it. Big props to Globalize My Agenda 69 and your boy Davey. Once again, big props to Davey for all your contributions in the Discord. The Big Room, it's nice to see you come back. Thank you. Relatively new user, The Big Room. Big props. Good to see you. Thank you for coming back. Enjoying that News Underground. Your boy Zeo Duke. Big props to Zeo Duke, number one in the chat. Zeo Duke. OG Zeo Duke. Hey, Ace, thank you so much. There's the Discord. Thank you, Chem Goblin. Viva la revolution. I mean, I'm down for revolution. But man, why is everyone the bad guy? You know? Like fuck, dude. It's that motherfucking News Underground. Peace in that motherfucking Middle East, and don't forget to follow my 3-step program to create political change. Step 1, inform yourself. Step 2, join a progressive political organization in your area. Join a union, run for office. Motherfucking do something. Step 3, put in the work and don't be shy about it. News Underground, Bandit Nihilism, Roland Jones. Peace in that motherfucking Middle East.